Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We are going to organize the daily web seminars on the topic industrial training, in which we will provide you the basic and easiest way to flaunt your career aspects. So stay tuned and stay connected. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. So today we are going to discuss on the topic industrial training. So the first question arises in our mind is, what is industrial training? So it refers to the working experience done during the study program, which is also relevant to the graduation or professional development aspects. So the topic is industrial training. So it can be conducted into two types, that is 6 weeks training and 6 months training. So they both are different in their ways, because in 6 weeks training the time is less and we can only develop the small scale projects. Whereas in 6 months training the time is efficient and we can develop large scale projects. And the 6 months training and the 6 weeks training is also provided by Suman Tech Solutions. So thanks for watching. We will meet in our next session. Thank you. Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. So today we are going to discuss on the topic project. So the question arises, what is project? So the project is the process and the facility of planning, organizing, coordinating, controlling resource of a specific goal, as the process takes the transportation importance of a concept through the construction. So this is called a project. So now I will explain the topic of project as an example. So we are taking the example of a traffic. So the traffic construction is like this. This is a road and the traffic is there on the road. So it will take a maximum time to pass the lights from here to go here, as there is also some sort of traffic also. So as here and as per here also. So the vehicles will take as maximum time from going from here and to reaching till here. So there is a very big disadvantage to the vehicles, to the energy and to the petrol also. There is loss of petrol, the life of vehicle and the efforts and time. So to overcome this thing, we will maintain a overbridge over here. So this will help us to reduce the time, because when the traffic is going from here to here, it will find very difficult way to overcross this bridge. So we have constructed a bridge over here which will reduce our petrol, life of vehicle, efforts and time. So managing a long term in a short term is known as project. So it is helpful for the normal peoples also, helpful for the government also, and for the simple ordinary peoples, because if the time will be less, we will be arriving our situations on the time, and efforts of making the pupil will be less, and the life of vehicle will be more, and the petrol capacity will also be lesser. So this is the meaning of project. So thanks for watching the session. So now we will meet in our next session with some new idea and with a new topic. Thank you. Hello everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. So Welcome to our channel, and today we are going to discuss on the topic the hierarchy of a project. The topic of today is project hierarchy. So it is being classified into, like, our first type is designing part. In designing part we can use HTML, CSS, JScript or jQuery. These are only the designing parts in which we use to design our website or any other thing. So the second part is development. So in development we use programming languages that can be PHP, Java, Python and Swift. These are used for making any web application or any software, whereas the Swift is only used for Apple things. So our next part is hosting, which needs domain and server. The domain includes like .org, .in or .com, whereas the server are Google or iCloud or any other. So our next part is marketing. Marketing includes SEO or SMO, that is search engine optimization or social media optimization. This is a part of digital marketing. So we will meet in our next session. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic career in IT sectors. So the most of the students are confused what to opt in the IT sector and how to. So don't worry, we will explain all the features of the IT sector. Thank you. So we are going to discuss the topic that is career in IT sector. So the IT sector can be classified into three types. So the first is design part, second is programming part, and the last is marketing part. So the designing part includes web design, which is further done in HTML, CSS, jQuery, JavaScript or any other. So next is graphic designer. In graphic designer, we can take CorelDRAW or Adobe Photoshop or any other example. So in programming, we can use PHP, Java and Swift. If we use PHP, we can become a web developer, and in Java, we can become an Android developer or any software developer. Whereas in Swift, we can become any iOS developer, which supports only Apple devices. So the marking part includes SEO or SMO. The SEO is used for ranking and the SMO is used for the media purpose to display in the market sector. So these are digital marketing processes. So in these types, we can make a career in our IT sector. So thanks for watching this session and we will meet in our next session. Thank you. Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel. Me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. So today we are going to discuss on the topic why is IT sector need for the business. The technology has a most important effect on business. It does not depend on your business is small or large because the IT sector is reliable, that is efficient to make the small projects also and big projects also. It will help you to maintain your profits, your loss and the many other aspects. It can make your business catalogs, your business design, your business website or any application. So you can judge from this also the IT sector is very advanced and very useful in business sector. So nowadays, many of companies are using IT sector for gaining the profits in their businesses. So as an example, we can talk about Amazon company. The Amazon company is a multi-vendor company. Zomato is most popular app amongst the today's generation. So if you also want to develop any business, so you can also make a website, web app and any other thing that is made in IT sector. So thanks for watching this session. We will meet you in our next session. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic basic structure of HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This language is common language used in every software. So after this we are going to discuss about the basic structure that starts from HTML and we have to end the tag HTML. After that, head. Head is also supposed to close. In between of this title and body. So this is a basic structure of HTML. So thanks for watching our session. We will meet in our new session. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. So welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the topic used editor software in the programming language. So we can use any software in programming language such as Notepad, Notepad++ or Sublime Text. But the Notepad is also inbuilt feature of any laptop or any computer, but Sublime Text is used to download. So now we will tell you about how to download or install the Sublime Text.
So we are going to start our notepad. In notepad, it is a simple processor, like we can type anything here, but there is no lining, no color combination. So it is very difficult to understand what is going on. The tags are also not colored and it is a very simple way. So now we will go on notepad plus plus and we will download the file. So we can download like 64 bits or any other according to our PC or laptop specifications. So we will go to computer and check out what is our specification. So like my PC specification is 64-bit operating system. So I will download the 64-bit operating system only. Like my window is 7 version. So now I will download the file notepad++ for 7, that is 64 bits. So from here you can download the file. So the file is being downloaded, and we will extract this file from here and we'll paste the file here. And now this is notepad++. So we can see there is lining like serial number 1. We will type some things. Now serial number 2, as 3 also, and so on. Like it is showing the linings. It is very useful. In notepad there is no lining, no color combination, and no tag colors. So it is very difficult to find what we are going to write and it is correct or not. Like we are writing the coding of HTML. It is not showing any combination and not showing any error also. Whereas in notepad++, we write HTML with codes and tags. Like it is defined as a predefined tag, that is HTML. Now we will save the file with the extension HTML, that is editor.html. Now you can see the color combinations, which shows that the file is correct and going in a right situation. And we will also save our node file with the extension .html. Now the next tag is PHP. You can see the color combination here also. But when we write PHP in notepad, there is no color combination and no error combinations. So this is the difference between these two files. Now we will talk about Sublime Text. How to download the Sublime Text and how to work on that. Here also we will define the 64 bits, that is our operating system. So we will download the file from here. And now these are the versions that we have to download. That is a portable version. Like our window is 64-bit. So the file has been downloaded and we will open it. So now we are going to work on Sublime Text. So we will write our tags here. We will save the file first because without saving it would not define any changes in this file. Like we will save this file as a editor2.html, that is the extension of HTML file. So you can see the color combination, the linings and the tags. So the code is pre-planned. Like we will write the code again, tag HTML, and we will enter. This code will be generated automatically. So we don't have to write the codes again and again. Like we will draw a suitable title. About using Ctrl++, we can maximize the size of our screen. So here is a lining, like we can write 8 here, so the 8th line will be highlighted. That is used for finding a line. So after that, we can hide our menu and many more options are there. Replace also we can do here, like in any tag we don't need add, we can replace add into another thing. And as like color themes is also available, you can manage your color preference according to your type. Like you can see there are many color preferences, you can choose any of them. So see how amazing it is working right now. The tags are of different colors. And through this we have worked on HTML in.
Thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with a new idea. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic basic structure of HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This language is common language used in every software. So after this we are going to discuss about the basic structure that starts from HTML and we have to end the tag HTML. After that, head. Head is also supposed to close. In between of this title, and body. So this is a basic structure of HTML. So thanks for watching our session. We will meet in our new session. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic basic elements of HTML. For an example, we can take heading tag, that is from 1 to 6. Next can be P tag, that is paragraph tag, pre tag, image tag, and many others.
So now we will write our HTML code and save the file like heading or break tag .html, that is the extension of HTML file, and we will save the file here in any folder. So we will again write the HTML and enter. So you can see the table is being written here. So in title, we can write any title that is displayed on the browser. So as an example, I am writing, you can set any page title here. So now H1 tag, that is heading tag. So in heading tag, for an example, we will write our institute name, that is Suman Tech Solution. And we will save the file. And now we will go to the browser to run our file. Suppose we are going to Google Chrome. We will refresh and you can see the heading tag H1 written as Suman Tech Solutions. This title is written at the browser URL, that is you can set the page title here, and the Suman Tech Solution, that is H1 tag, is written in this size. So you can set the size automatically which you want in your heading. So next is H2 tag. So in this also we will print something, that is mobile number. So we will refresh here. So we can see the size of the title, heading tag, mobile, and next is H3 tag. So again we will print something here. For an example, email. So we'll write the email here, that is info@sumantechsolutions.com. We will save the file again. And after refreshing, you can see the email written here in a different format, in a different size. After that, H4 tag. So here also we will print some lines. So we will write the heading, that is registration office, that is 1768 Maharaj Nagar, adjoining RS Motors, near PAU, Ludhiana. So we will refresh our file again and we can see our heading tag. And now H5 tag, we will display some message over here, that is branch office and the further address, that is Chandni Chowk, Jitwarpur, Nijamat, near Samastipur, ITI College, so we will save the file again, go to the browser, refresh again, and you can see the heading tag here, that is branch office. So next, here we can write BR tag, that is break tag. Save the file again, go to the browser, refresh the file again, so you can see the break here. So again BR tag break. So we'll save the file again, go to the browser and refresh the page, so you can see the more space here. Next we can write HR tag, save the file, go to the browser and see, refreshing, so you can see the line over here. And next we will try to make our tags in an accurate format, so it can be easy to understand what we are writing. So in now we can relocate our tags like this. Save the file again. Refresh again. So this is our page that we have created in the heading tag.
Thanks for watching our session. We will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss on the topic P tag and pre tag and the difference between them. So the P tag is known as paragraph tag. The P tag defines a paragraph that browses automatically and adds some space before and after each paragraph element, whereas pre tag defines pre-format text and the text is displayed in a particular format. Now we will see the difference between P tag and pre tag. Suppose I have to write in P tag, that is paragraph tag. I am writing my name is Rupali. I live in Ludhiana. And we close the P tag. It will define as it is, like in paragraph tag, starting from here till the end here in a paragraph format, whereas pre tag I will suppose to write my name is Rupali. I will give some space between that, and I live in Ludhiana.
So now we will type our tag, that is HTML. We will save our file in a new folder, writing the file name, that is p and pre-tag dot. So we will write the coding again, that is HTML, and we'll enter the file. So, so now we will write the paragraph like Suman Tech Solutions. And we will save the file, go to the browser, like we are opening with Google Chrome, refresh the page, and you can see the paragraph written here. So now we will write the pre-tag. We will write the lines, that is Suman Tech Solutions. And in next line, Maharaj Nagar. And we will give some space here. And again we will write some text, that is pin code. And you can see the space between these lines. So we will save the file. Like we are giving some space in paragraph also. We can save the file, go to the browser, refresh again. The paragraph is written in the single line, but the pre-tag is written as we have classified the length and the size of the text. So you can see the difference between p-tag and pre-tag.
So the HTML will directly understand that in pre-tag I want to give some space between this and this. So this is our p-tag and pre-tag, and we will meet in our next session. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss on the topic image tag used in HTML or in any designing part. So the image tag is written as img src is equals to double quotes the image name and the extension bracket close and tag close.
So now go to the Sublime and we will enter the tag. Save the file with the extension HTML. And we will write our tags, that is HTML, and the body structure. So img tag src. So in these brackets we will write our file extension in which we have saved our file. image, like we have selected this image, and we will copy the file name, see the extension, and we will paste here with the extension here. .jpg. We will save the file. Go to the browser, that is Google Chrome, and you can see the image here. In this way we can use any image in HTML, and we can specify the height, width according to our use. We will save the file, go to the browser, refresh the page, and see the image is being refreshed. And again we will change the width, save the file, refresh the page, and you can see the changes in the image. In this way you can use your image tag in HTML.
Thanks for watching this session, and now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic iframe used in HTML. So what is iframe? An iframe is an inline frame used inside a web page to load another HTML document inside it. Many other third parties may program use within iframe embedded code to insert certain elements on their websites. So now we will discuss about the syntax of iframe tag. So the iframe tag can be written as iframe src is equals to double quote start, double quotes closed and the tag closed, and iframe tag closed. So this is the syntax of iframe tag. So the source can be opted into two types. First is from the local page, that is made by the extension .html or any other file. So the second is that is generated from URL like www.google.com or any other site or YouTube site also.
So now first of all we will open our Sublime Text. We will open a new file. Start some code, save the file with the extension .html. So for an example, I am saving this file as a name iframe. .html with the extension. So I will write the iframe tag, that is image src is equals to double quote start, double quote close, and the iframe tag closed. So in this source code we will write our source code example. We have to give this file as a source code. We will paste it here with .html extension. Save the file, go to the browser, so you can see the iframe that is inbuilt in this, embedded in HTML. So Second example, you can see here the iframe tag. So now we will specify the width, that is 100% according to your use and according to your display. So save the page, go to URL, refresh it again. So you can see the size of our scrolled image, that is iframe. So now break tag to give some space, again iframe tag. We will go to the Google. We will copy that URL that is written here from the Google. So this is the URL for Suman Tech Solutions. We will copy from here. So we will paste the URL here, save the file, refresh the page again. And you can see the website after scrolling. So in this way, we can classify the width, that is 100%. And height also. Save the file, open the URL page, refresh the page, and you can see the page over here, that is 100% width and some height classified here, and the full website is been scrolling in this iframe that is generated from the URL that is copied from Google. So this is our basic website. For an example, we'll increase the height, refresh the page, and see the height is being increased. You can see the changes of the height after refreshing the page. So it's been scrolling down one by one. In full website is being shown in this particular iframe. And we will type Google. And this is the second website, that is BioGyanam. So this is the website. We will copy the link here that is displayed of a website on a Google page. So we will paste the URL here that is obtained from Google, and we will fix some height. some width also. That will be 100%. Save the file, go to your URL page, refresh your page again. So like this, our second website is also displayed on the same page. That is under Suman Tech Solutions, the page of Biogyanam. You can see this is also been scrolled according to the height and width classified of this iframe. So now we will use break tag, and again the iframe tag, in which we will take another URL of any other website. You can take as many as websites. We will open their website. And you can see the website that has been done here. So now we will copy the URL of this full website, paste the URL here, give some height, and some width, so that the iframe would be embedded in a particular format of height and width. Save the file again, go to the URL page, refresh your file again, and we can see the third iframe. The first is image iframe, second is Suman Tech Solution website iframe, third is Biogyanam website iframe, and the fourth, which we have given now, that is Excellent Career Solution, that is displayed here. So we can see the full website in this iframe, like by scrolling this. So you can see the other websites are also running. And this also is been running by scrolling up and down. So we have used 4 types of codes in an iframe. And to explain more, we will design a particular format.
So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you. Hi everyone, me here Rupali Sharma from Suman Tech Solutions. Welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss on the topic video tag used in HTML. So today we are going to discuss the video tag in HTML. So the syntax of the video tag is like video and the video tag closed. In between this, source src is equals to inverted our file name with extension, that is mp4, and type is equals to video or mp4 bracket closed and tag closed. So this is the syntax of a video tag. Like this is a video running on your screen. If you want any play button, mute button or any voice button, you can also add here controls, which will include your this tag, from which you can pause your video, you can refresh your video or any other button.
So now we will open our Sublime. And now we will save the file with some extension, that is HTML. Suppose we are saving like video.html. Now we will start our tag, that is HTML, enter the tag, and the full body structure is been in the Sublime Text. So now video tag, video controls, that is used for play pause buttons. If you need your play pause buttons, you can add controls. And now source, src, and the type. In the source we will write our file name, and in the type we will write mp4 or video. Because our video tag is mp4, so we will write the type, that is video mp4, and the source we will get from the files that are been saved in our drives. Like suppose we are saving this file in our video tag, so we will open the file and check out the name what is written of the file with the extension. By renaming, we can copy this name and paste in our Sublime, that is in between source. We will paste the file here, so that is iframe. So with the extension dot, we will see the extension. So that is mp4. So we will save the file, go to the browser, we will open it in Google Chrome. Refresh the page, and now you can see the video that is displayed, and this is the control button which were used as a controls. So the video is being drag and drop according to the controls. So we can also set the width according to our use. So after the controls, width will be defined, example 400 pixels, and you can also give height also, like suppose we are giving 400 pixels. Save the file, go to the page, refresh it again, and you can see the height and width changed of the video tag. So these are the play pause buttons which are clearly mentioned here. So if we will remove our control buttons, refresh the page, so you can see there is no control button through which we can drag and drop our video. So after controls button, you can see the changes. Save the file, refresh your browser page, and you can see the controls over the video. Play, pause or voice button. We can also use auto. The auto is used that like automatically your video will be on. So like this we can use our video tag in HTML.
So thanks for watching our session. Now we will meet in our next session with some new ideas. Thank you.